Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into some fascinating data that uncovers a massive hidden cost in the car market, one that's quietly draining your long-term wealth without you even noticing. Okay, let's just get right into it, because what we're unpacking today completely changes how most of us think about paying for our everyday vehicles. We're going to explore the math behind a financial illusion that literally traps millions of people.
So picture this for a second. Imagine two people walking into a dealership on the exact same day, and they both sign paperwork for the exact same car. But fast forward 10 years, and one of them is quietly down nearly $47,000 compared to the other. And honestly, the craziest part? Neither of them even realized it was happening until the math was actually laid out over that whole decade.
See, both of these individuals drove off the lot that day totally convinced they'd made the smartest possible financial choice for their families. One decided to lease it, and the other decided to buy it. But when you look at the data, their divergent paths reveal a hidden trap. And it's a trap built on psychology just as much as mathematics, designed to keep you paying forever.
The trap actually springs the exact moment we ignore the total long-term cost and focus on just one single question: can I afford the monthly payment? The source material points out that human beings are literally wired to think about our immediate budget, right? Not our net worth 10 years down the road. And that is exactly how buyers are manipulated into buying the payment, rather than buying the actual car.
Section 1. The monthly payment illusion.
So imagine you're sitting there and a salesman tells you that buying the car is going to cost you $720 a month. But leasing the exact same vehicle is only $399 a month. I mean, it feels like an absolute financial hack. That's an immediate $320 back in your pocket every single month. Your brain just instantly justifies the lease because that immediate financial pain is drastically reduced.
And it's pretty incredible how these benefits stack up in our heads to create such a compelling narrative. It feels brilliant. You get the lower monthly payment, sure, but you also get a brand new car, fewer repair headaches because of the warranty, and hey, you get to upgrade to the newest model in just a few years. But here's the catch. You're being psychologically conditioned to compare monthly pain instead of long-term wealth. You're basically trading your future net worth for temporary convenience.
Section 2. The never-ending subscription.
This brings us to the core mechanical flaw of leasing. You never actually stop paying. Year 3 rolls around, you return the car, and you sign a brand new lease. Year 6 hits, same thing. Year 9, yep, you do it again. You are continuously resetting your financial progress back to zero. It locks you into a never-ending subscription to car payments. You're essentially treating a depreciating asset like a streaming service.
Meanwhile, let's look at the buyer, the person who bought the car deals with those higher initial payments, which, definitely hurts at first. But eventually, they cross a magical finish line. They own it outright, and the payments completely stop. Their monthly car budget just drops to zero, which frees up hundreds of dollars every month that the leaser is still handing over to the dealership.
Section 3. The 10-year math. Let's actually break down the financial math over a 10-year period for both of these paths so we can see exactly where that massive $47,000 difference vanishes to. When you look at the breakdown, the leaser isn't just paying that low $399 monthly fee. No, they're getting hit with continuous down payments every time they restart the cycle. Hidden lease fees, mileage penalties if they drive too much, and wear and tear charges when they hand the keys back. On the flip side, the buyer covers their standard loan payments. And sure, they pay out of pocket for maintenance and slightly different insurance, but the buyer is paying down a finite balance. The leaser is paying a perpetual penalty for constant convenience. And here is the life-changing difference at the end of the timeline. After 10 years of pouring money into vehicles, the buyer actually owns a tangible asset worth, let's say, $18,000. They have real equity. The leaser? They owned absolutely zero. Nothing. They literally have $0 to show for a decade of payments, because those payments never built a single ounce of ownership. They simply rented a lifestyle.
Section 4. Why people still lease.
Now, to be totally fair here, there is a case for the other side. Some people genuinely value strict warranty protection and totally predictable repairs. If you absolutely cannot stomach a surprise mechanic bill, leasing definitely offers peace of mind. Plus, for business owners, leasing can genuinely make a lot of sense for tax write-off purposes. So there are strategic, valid reasons to take this path if you're crunching the numbers with a very specific financial goal in mind.
But let's be real for a minute. The harsh reality, and the reason this trap catches so many average consumers, is that most people who lease cars aren't actually wealthy, and they aren't business owners optimizing their taxes either. They're just stretching their income to project an image of wealth. They're using that artificially low monthly payment to drive a luxury badge they just couldn't afford if they were actually forced to buy it outright.
Section 5. The true opportunity cost.
This is where it gets crazy, because the ultimate cost of this trap isn't just the endless car payments. It's the opportunity cost. It's what that money could have become if it wasn't being continually drained away. If you took the money you saved from not constantly being in a lease cycle, that extra few $100s a month once your car is paid off, and you invested it over time, the results are staggering. Thanks to compound interest, you could build a massive investment portfolio. You could fully fund a robust emergency savings account, secure a down payment for a house, or achieve real, lasting financial freedom. The car isn't just costing you $47,000, it's costing you the growth that $47,000 could have generated over the next 30 years.
The dealership desperately wants you hyper-focused on that monthly payment, so you just stop thinking long-term. But as the data shows, the most expensive vehicle on the lot isn't the one with the highest sticker price. It's the one where you never build a single drop of ownership. So I'll leave you with this to think about. The next time you're sitting across that dealership desk, will you be buying a car, or will you just be renting a monthly payment?